Hi, I'm Kate Wyatt and I'm here today with Bert, who's going to help me to explain to you some basic puppetry techniques. Now, excuse me Bert a minute, I just want to show them what's inside. Okay, so basically inside Bert is my hand, and the position of your hand inside the puppet is really important. It needs to be arched. If you imagine that the puppet's eyes are here, and they need to be looking at the audience. So if that's a video, that's straight on. If it's a puppet theatre, it's going to be even further down, okay? Now, when the puppet is talking, it's important that you move the hand in the correct way. So it's very tempting to flip the head over like this, which doesn't look very good on a puppet. I'll show you with Bert in a moment. But the most important thing is to think about you move your thumb. Look at my face for a moment, and I'm moving my bottom jaw, and my top jaw is hardly moving at all. And you want your puppet to do exactly the same. Hi Bert, welcome back. So you can see that I'm moving Bert around a little bit while he's here to make it look more natural. If he was completely stock still all the time, it wouldn't look so good. So you want to make little movements with your puppet. And when they're talking, it's important that you move the mouth using your thumb way more than the top of your fingers. Okay? So mouth movements. You need to remember that the more syllables that your puppet speaks, the better it looks, the more realistic and natural it looks. Okay? So it's not just one mouth movement per word. If you've got a word with multiple syllables, you need to move the puppet's mouth for the right number of syllables. Not always. Sometimes you can fudge it if it's a long word, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But most of the time, when singing or speaking, your puppet needs to move its mouth for most syllables. Practice the mouth movement, the lip sync we call it, where the puppet's mouth is in sync with the voice. That could be a spoken voice or a song. Practice by singing nursery rhymes or watching a story and making your puppet say all the words. The more you practice, the better you will be. So you can convey emotions as well through your puppet and the movement that your puppet makes. A sad puppet will have his head down, move in quite a sad way. A happy puppet, completely different. Yay! When your puppet first comes on screen, if you're videoing, it could come from the side. It can come up steps. There's an elevator move, which looks less natural, where you just pop it up and down. Much better to do the steps or a walk on. Okay? So when your puppet is walking or moving about, then you want your puppet to look more natural. So rather than just sort of hover along, you want your puppet to move about. Have a little bounce in its step. You can do dancing with your puppet, and you can use your arm rods to make it look more natural. If you're not used to arm rods though, just use one and let the other arm drop naturally by its side. So the three things that are most important to make your puppet look good is eyes, mouth movement and attitude, or the body movements of the puppet, making it look more natural as he speaks. Hi, this is Paella, one of the puppets that I've made myself. And one of the things you might want to think about if you're using your puppet live is your puppet's voice. Hello! Paella has a very particular voice. You need to look at the character of your puppet and decide what kind of voice it might have. Well, Donkey has quite a particular voice. Well, it could be like this. Or it could be like this. Sorry. You decide. Your puppet, your voice. His bottom just disappears off the screen. Okay. So think carefully about what you're doing with your puppet, because sometimes it just doesn't look right at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Enjoy puppeteering, have fun with it. Be creative. Enjoy.